Have you ever had trouble beating the new Raveyard map in Pressure? If you have, I recommend you seek psychiatric help because there's something wrong in your head because it's actually not too hard. Nevertheless, I am here today to help you beat this by providing you with a handy dandy guide. And this guide will consist of how to usually counter every single threat you will come across in the new Raveyard, and also how to have a good time partying before we get de-skinned by the local skeleton population. And if you want to see if there's any bugs under your skin, why don't you like and subscribe? I will personally come to your house if you do that and let all the demons out from under your skin personally. So before the LSD kicks in, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the Raveyard. The first thing you want to do in the Raveyard before even leaving the submarine is grab your handy dandy flashlight and start jorking your shit. After successfully jorking your penis, now it's time to arrive at the function. The first thing you want to do at any single party you ever go to, including IRL, is grab beers randomly left at tables, as there's only one way to have fun nowadays, and that's intoxicated. Your first challenge into getting into the club will be this fella right here.
I'll tell you what, you fat little
He should be handled one of two ways, either A, completely ignoring him and going into the function anyway. And option 2 of this fellow is to suck his dick. Maybe he'll let you in do that, I don't know. I like my preferred option, but it's up to you. The forbidden third option in this game is to rip off all your skin. Rip it off. Rip off all your skin. Peel it off. I'm not even asking anymore. Peel it off! After successfully getting past the bouncer, you're gonna realize that you did not actually get past him, and he's gonna be hunting your ass down for the rest of the map. Luckily, this guy is not very good at hitting things, unlike your dad, where he beats you every single night senselessly. While getting hunted down, you should also probably collect any single beer you can. You might find. Ouch. While getting hunted, make sure you never stop pressing W, or else your dad will come here and beat your ass for you. Don't worry, even if he's right in front of you, as long as you still, guess what, hold and press W, you should be fine. And the skeletons don't have any hitboxes, by the way, so you can just walk right through them. Ouch. This guy's actually starting to hurt. He might actually beat my ass. Just make sure when you're trying to outrun this guy that you don't get stuck behind funny objects, as usually there will be multiple things blocking your way in order to escape them. So just make sure you choose your pathing carefully, and if you do mess up, to correctly correct your mistake. With the bodyguard successfully passed, you have now entered the function, but you're in the nosebleeds, the cringe part of the function. You want to be down there with all the party goers. So in order to get down there, you gotta buy first class tickets. To the church, of course, because we're all children of God. So in order to get those coveted front row seats, we need to go through the catacombs nearby. I heard Taylor Swift was playing today, so no wonder why it's packed. Because Taylor Swift is playing, her fangirls are out, which means we need to avoid them. I don't know where it is, though. There it is! This thing will chase you in the water. And do whatever the fuck that is. My first time playing, I did not have any difficulties with them whatsoever. You honestly, just like the last guy, just hold W, and you'll be fine. Okay. I did not know that guy did that. But he also can dash at you, fun fact. So make sure you are occasionally looking at him, to make sure that you don't get dashed into, and potentially do die. You creepy crawly bastard. Okay.
Hey, now you're following the dress code.
Remember kids, don't be like me and actually go into this thing without actually know what you're doing. Don't worry, for you it will be 2 seconds, but for me it might be an eternity. So I'll meet you back there whenever I have any more tips for you. Jesus fucking Christ, stop. This thing actually might be annoying solo, can't even lie. Duh, the best thing you should do if you're solo is just get it stuck. Duh. That's how you're gonna win every single time. Of course.
Better. Sour.
Sure guys, always remember that if you are struggling with this section, just make sure you ram the centipede into a wall to where you get stuck. Now that you've made it past the centipede with your totally legit and viable strategy, now it's time to fall down on the bridge ahead. This is where giving you a flashlight comes in handy. As you can tell with the flashlight off, you literally cannot see fucking anything. But don't worry, this is a fundamental mechanic, as with the turn off, you will hear these guys. These guys are weeping angels, and they will move at you if you cannot see them, aka in the dark. With your back turned, whatever. If you cannot see them in any way, shape, or form, they can say you, and they want a piece of your ass. And because it's a gummy flashlight, this flashlight is glitched as shit, and will not turn on half the time you want it to. For every single door in this game, in case you didn't know, you have to be facing it in order for it to open. So you just can't look behind you the whole time and walk into the door, because it will not open if you do that. But other than that, these guys aren't too hard. They're also kinda slow. They're deceptively fast, and of course sneaky, because yeah, shit like that happens. But this section, honestly, if you made it past the centipede, especially legitly, these guys are not hard at all. Can I please? Thank you. Yeah, sometimes like that, I'm really just pressing the flashlight, my fucking left mouse button, to turn on the flashlight, and nothing happens. And it's really scary when that happens. It's also really scary when it lags sometimes whenever you open doors, because the game still runs in the background, even though you can't. So them motherfuckers are still catching up to your booty. That's never fun. Now that you made it past the moderately difficult section that's still kinda easy, that can be summed up with jorking my penis, you can now finally made it to the Raveyard and the final section of this game, where you get to deal with, once again, our favorite bodyguard.
Are violating the dress code!
Also known as our favorite Scottish prick. Kinda like last time, and most other strategies in this game, except for the centipede, if you hold W, you will be fine, as demonstrated before. Now that we got the front row seats to the rave party, we now get to finally go to the church and actually become the saboteur of this party by sticking 169,000 forks inside the microwave before setting it for 5 minutes, and then taking one last look at the function before we walk out. Yeah, by the way, did I forget to mention that our favorite Scottish prick fucking duplicates? Yeah, he does that. So now that we made it to the party church, we now get to worship God in style by throwing the meanest fucking rave at this cathedral. This motherfucker's hanging off the fucking rafters. He's crazy. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that is all there is to it. We get one final epic cutscene while we're coming up this, where we get to see the big baddie himself, Travis Scott, as we get to fade him out of existence with a 12 dead, 13 injured lawsuit you got hit with. Now that you successfully shut down your first rave, and you can revel now in the fact that you are the Karen of the neighborhood, congratulations, you now know how to beat the new Pressure map. In my opinion, it's honestly very fun and good, and creative, honestly. I know some people were saying it sucks ass and blah blah blah, and sure, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but honestly, it's fun and creative. I recommend you give it a shot if you haven't played it. Plus, I mean, people saying that it's easy, did you really expect it to be hard? Like, really? Because if it was hard, people would complain that it's hard, so get over yourselves. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Shout out Moonlight2292, and like and subscribe.